Hello, first graders, and welcome back to our reading of Junie the First Grader, Toothless Wonder. Today we're going to read chapters number 3 and chapter number 4 together. Chapter 3. Ow! I walked home from my bus stop very slow. Walking is good for thinking, I think. Talking is good for thinking, too. I just wish I wasn't the first one, that's all, I said out loud to myself. I wish the other children in room 1 were losing their teeth, too. Then all of us would look toothless together, and no one would throw fruit. I did a big breath at me. Yeah, only that is the dumbest thing I ever heard of, I said, 'cause you can't make other children have loose teeth, Junie B. I rolled my eyes. Yeah, only I already know that, Junie B, I said. But I really don't want to be first, and so why can't my tooth just stay in my mouth a little longer? That's what I would like to know. I crossed my arms at myself. 'Cause you keep wiggling it, that's why, I said. Maybe if you didn't wiggle it, it would get tight again. Did you ever think of that, huh? Did you? I walked and walked some more. Then, all of a sudden, I did a gasp. Because I did think of that. Ha! I ran to my house, speedy quick. My grandpa, Frank Miller, was babysitting my fussy brother named Ollie. Grandpa Miller, I know what to do about my tooth. I know what to do about my tooth, I hollered real happy. Grandpa Miller was bouncing Ollie on his lap. Ollie was wearing his drool bib. Also, he was slobbering and chewing on his arm. Ollie will not be popular in school, probably. Mother says he is drooly and fussy because he will be getting teeth soon. She is kidding herself, I think. Just then, Ollie started to cry. Grandpa Miller looked wary at that boy. I took Ollie away from him. Don't worry, Grandpa. I know how to calm this baby down, I said. After that, I patted Ollie's back. Very nice. Then I hummed real soft in his ear. And I put him in the hall closet. Grandpa quick got him out of there. He put Ollie in his playpen, and he gave him animal crackers. Animal crackers are crackers that make babies stop crying. Also, I enjoy an occasional cracker myself. After Ollie stopped fussing, Grandpa Miller came back in the kitchen, and he put me on his lap. Okay, little girl, I'm ready to listen to your news now, he said. What were you saying about your tooth? Did it get any looser at school today? I clapped my hands together. That's what I was going to tell you about, Grandpa, I said, 'cause at school I found out that I am the first person in room 1 to lose a top front tooth. And so at first I felt proud about that news, only then I got nervous, on account of who wants to look like toothless Uncle Lou, that's why. And so then I had a long talk with myself, and hooray, hooray! I decided not to lose my tooth after all. Really? He said. You're not going to lose your tooth, huh? Do you really think you can do that, honey? Yes, I said. I know I can do it, Grandpa, 'cause all I have to do is not wiggle it anymore. And then it will get real tight in my mouth again. I am sure of it. I'm positive. I reached in my mouth and touched my tooth very light with my finger. Yep, I said. I can feel it. It's tighter already. I opened my mouth and pointed. See, Grandpa? See how tight it's getting? Grandpa Miller squinted his eyes. Gee, honey, I don't know, he said. It looks pretty loose to me. Then, without even asking, he reached in my mouth and he started to wiggle it. No, I yelled. No, no, no. I snapped my mouth shut. Ow, said my grandpa. He quick pulled out his finger. Ow, I said right back, because I felt a pinch. That's why. I poked all around with my tongue. Something did not feel right in there. My heart started to pound very fast. I held my breath and I opened my mouth kind of sickish, and I spit my tooth right into my hand. And that's the end of chapter 3. Chapter number 4. Freako. I ran and ran all over the house. Oh no, I shouted. Oh no, oh no. My Grandpa Frank Miller knocked my tooth out. My Grandpa Frank Miller knocked my tooth out. Grandpa ran after me. No, I didn't. Of course I didn't, Junie B., he said. Your tooth came out when you bit down on my finger. I kept running and shouting, I look like Uncle Lou. I look like Uncle Lou. Help, help, help. I look like Uncle Lou. I zoomed out the front door and opened it wide. 911, 911, my tooth's knocked out. My tooth's knocked out. Grandpa quick picked me up and carried me back inside. Then he took me to the bathroom, and he gave me a paper cup with water. Rinse and spit, he said. I did what he said, only that's when the worstest thing of all happened, 'cause my spit water turned pink. I did a gasp. At that sight, blood, blood, there's blood in my spit, I hollered. Some more. Grandpa Miller covered his ears. Please, Junie B., just stop the screeching. After that, he took an aspirin. Plus, also, he ate 2 Tums. I kept on rinsing and spitting. Then finally, my spit water turned regular. Whew, I said. That was a close one. I was almost out of blood. Grandpa bent down next to me and smiled. Well, let's have a look, he said. I opened my mouth for him. He looked in and did a chuckle. Then he lifted me up to the mirror so I could see too. I quick closed my mouth again, because I was nervous to see myself, of course. My tongue felt my tooth hole. It felt very roomy in there. Well, said Grandpa Miller, aren't you going to look, honey? It looks cute, Junie B., it really does. My heart pounded and pounded. Then fast as a wink, I opened my lips, and I did a little peek at my mouth. I quick closed my eyes again, because what do you know? A freako. Put me down, Grandpa, I said. Put me down right now. I don't want to look at myself again. I don't. Grandpa Miller put me down. Just then, my nose started to sniffle very much, and my eyes got tears in them. I hate me, I said. I hate the way I look. Grandpa blew my nose on toilet paper. I'm never going to look at myself again, I said. Not ever, ever, never. And I mean it. Grandpa bent down next to me. I want you to listen to me, little girl, he said. I would never lie to you, Junie B. You look every bit as cute without your tooth as you did with it. He gave me a hug. Your new smile is wonderful, he said. You didn't even give it a chance, honey. You really need to look at it again. Honest, you do. He ruffled my hair. Do it for me, okay? Just give yourself one more chance. I rocked back and forth on my feet very slow, because I needed to think this over, that's why. Finally, I did a big breath. Oh, okay, Grandpa, I said. If you really want to lift me up there again, I guess I will let you. But I'm only doing this to be nice. Grandpa Miller patted my head. You're very kind, he said. After that, he lifted me back up to the mirror. Very slow, I opened my mouth again, and I peeked at my tooth hole. Try smiling, said my grandpa. You'll love your new smile. I know you will. I did a nervous breath. Then I smiled at myself, kind of shy. See, said Grandpa Miller. See how cute it looks? I didn't answer him. Instead, I made another face at myself, and then another one, and another one. Pretty soon, I tried every face in the book. Finally, Grandpa winked at me. So, what do you think, little girl, he said. How do you think you look? I smiled, kind of shy again. I think I look fascinating, Frank, I said. Grandpa Miller put me back on the floor, then he went to the kitchen, and he got a stool, and he brought it back into the bathroom. He helped me up to the top step. I stared at myself till Mother came home. And that is the end. Chapter number 4. Thanks for listening today, first graders. We'll see you next time for chapter number 5.